Howdy folks, TJ here. Last night when I was trying to get to sleep, kept thinking of Aquarius, kept thinking of Sam Coupe, kept thinking of Atari, Auric Atmos, all these gaming systems I have in television, you name it. And I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do today. But then I started thinking it's still the age of Aquarius at home right now. I've got my system already connected up, so why take another half an hour of moving stuff around and getting my Atari and all that out? They'll all have their due time. Today is going to be Aquarius Day. And something that I've been wanting to do is for the first time print on this printer, save a program that I've created, even if it's a simple hello world, on that cassette unit. Things I haven't done. All I've done pretty much, I've had an Aquarius for a while. I actually have two, but this was the complete system that I purchased and I did a video for last year. Was it 2020? I think around Christmas time. I'd have to go back and look. All I did on these peripherals was on the cassette before I even turned it on, because the rubber belts or whatever material they use on them can become galactic goo. So it's always good to, before you turn on an old cassette player, check out the belts. As expected, at least one of the two in there were toast. The main one, which operates the unit, wasn't. I've had pretty good luck with those in general, but the one that does the tape counter, it seems like every cassette player I have, none of the cassette counters work. Either the belt's broken or something else is going on. Seems to be one of those bad luck things, but I did pop it open, took the goo off of the little belt that does the counter, but fortunately the main belt was fine, so... And I'm pretty sure I did that, unless I'm mixing it up with something else. But I'm pretty sure I did that. So, other than playing a cassette in there to make sure it worked, or at least everything turned, it was doing that. So, I felt good that, hey, the system that I purchased so far, the Aquarius, worked. One of the joypads did not. That was unfortunate. It worked, but one of the directions didn't work. I don't know if I could take it apart and clean it, or whether a contact's bad or what. But I have a total of 4, 3 of them working. So, for now, I'm fine. Printer, I plugged it in the power, loaded the paper, and it did advance the paper and the light came on. So another good sign that maybe this will work. But I've never tested them. I've never connected them to the computer, so I thought today's the day. So behind me, you'll see that I've got my data recorder box, my printer box, the printer's out, the cassette out, and the Aquarius. I'm starting to build a little bit of an ultimate Aquarius here. There's still a few things I need to get. One's on order, and I'm not going to spill the beans yet. But so far, I've got the Aquarius cart and the 32K module. What else do I need? Well, I do need that RGB unit that will give it better video. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that one yet, because you do have to pop open the Aquarius to do so. I don't know if I'm quite ready to do that yet. And the video quality for what I'm doing is fine for today, but at some point I'll do it. The other device is this is the... I always forget the name of it. This one is the mini expander. The micro expander is a device that you can connect up that gives it even more capability, meaning that you can actually write to this external media. These I can't. It's a read-only thing. But I would love to be able to write programs and write them back to something and not be a cassette that's old. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to actually turn on the Aquarius. I'm going to actually do not an unboxing because it's out, but I'm going to show the boxes off. I'm going to show you the cabling. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it all up and try to print and save to a cassette. Even though it seems like a simple task, I've never done it before. So it's all new to me, and it's going to be a fun little experience, and hopefully you come along for it. So let's first talk about the data recorder. So here's the box that the data recorder comes in. Mine's a little beat up, nothing super special. The front of it basically says, easy to use, simple hookup, quick and easy storage programs and data, develop and save a whole library of information. Aquarius Home Computer System Data Recorder. They don't call it a cassette recorder, it's a data recorder. Requires your Aquarius Home Computer System. Mattel Electronics. Side of the box basically shows the data recorder in the back with the Aquarius. And the same thing on this side. Back of the box. Let me show you that first. So this is going to be a longer video. So I don't know if you don't enjoy that kind of thing, you can fast forward to other parts, but I don't put the little table of contents down below and you click on it, and it goes to that part. I'm a little too lazy for that. I'll be truthful. Aquarius home computer system data recorder, designed to complement your Aquarius home computer system, specially tuned for high quality program storage. Allows, my box is a little ripped in the back as you saw, allows quick and easy storage of whole library of cassette-based programs, save your home budget and tax information, medical records, address list, and much more. Kind of funny, it sticks out medical records. You know, it probably thinks we're all getting old and fogey and gotta check our medical records. Oh, I've got one of those hernias and the ass gaskets and all these other things going on. When you get older, that's what you chat about. Hey, how's your hemorrhoids today, bud? Oh, they're doing great, John. You know, things to look forward to when you get older. Provides a cost-effective way of maintaining all your personal computer programs and files to be used with the Aquarius home computer system, not included. Unless you buy the whole setup. Your Aquarius data recorder is not an audio recorder and contains no speaker for listening to audio tapes. Contents data recorder, separate cable, and instructions. So that's that. Inside, unfortunately, my boxes didn't come with the buns inside. If they had buns, it was just bubble wrap around the stuff. But at least I kind of got the box, which is cool. Now let me quickly show you the cassette unit and the cable that came with it. So it is actually a real... I gotta say, even though some people say the Aquarius is a toy, it is a sleek-looking computer, and the cassette player is equally high-tech looking for the 80s, has this slanted little Evel Knievel ramp setup, and it matches the Aquarius really nicely. So that's what I think some of us Aquarius owners like, is the aesthetically pleasing look. And as our buddy Roy says, the wee blue keys, it's a neat looking computer. And here's the front of the unit. So, you know, it's your typical, you've got record, play, rewind, fast forward, stop, EJ, eject, and pause. It's got a data light and a power light that do flicker, and the tape counter on mine, which does not work. I've got it set at 0, and I'm leaving it at that. I think I was able to, when I opened it up, pushed it, and it reset to 0, and I've left it there. Sides of it, you know, it's got the Evel Knievel ramp look. Back of it basically has Aquarius Mattel. This one's made in Hong Kong. It's got the serial number, and there is the back of the unit. The power cord is hardwired, so not going to be able to tinker with that. The back of it has a total of 4 jacks: ear, REM, and mic. So I don't know if I'm getting it close enough, but that is the connection point for this unit. Remember, there's no speaker in here, so you can't bring out your Sean Cassidy, your David Cassidy tapes and play them and listen to music. Sean Cassidy, do run, run. Oh, yeah, I actually have that album. I'm not bashful to say I liked Sean Cassidy. Screw you if you didn't like him. Okay, here's the cable that came with it. So on one side, it does have a unique round connector that connects to the back of the Aquarius, and then on this side it's got a dual lead. So one end, you know, and they are not labeled. Oh no, they are mic and ear. So there are little. You're not going to be able to see this, but it's written on here, the word ear, and so you know which side to plug it in. So sometimes that's one of the problems. People are selling these on Fleabay, and it doesn't come with this cable, and you got to either know how to make one or buy one. So that's the cable that came with it. So that's the data recorder. Let's put this box over here for right now, because I want to now grab the printer box. Now I've got to say, printers from the olden days that are 40 columns or whatever are kind of funny. Imagine turning into your teacher your homework on a 40-column printer. It's like a receipt, a glorified fat receipt, right? And everybody back in the day had a 40-column printer. Actually, my first computer, the Atari 800, I purchased, I think it was an 8 or a 1020 maybe with it. So it was a full 80 columns. I was right to the butter zone on that. I could turn in my homework and look much more professional. But, you know, these little 40 columns had their place. Now, I don't remember, but I seem to remember that they made a color printer too for the Aquarius. Write down below if I'm wrong, and I'm going to have to go back and research, but I've never seen one for sale. Maybe it was one of those things that they're going to come out with and never did, but I would dig having one if they did, but I've never seen one for sale, so maybe it's that unicorn that you're never going to see. So here's the front of the box. I will say again, it is a neat looking printer. Everything aesthetically. Imagine if this computer had a little bit more capability like UDG graphics and stuff like that. It could have been the bee's knees, but it was hampered in a few areas that didn't make it too pleasing later on. Some people say the Intellivision gaming system actually had better games because it was more capable than what this computer that came out afterwards was able to do. It's kind of like a toned down computer. But again, there's a certain breed of us that enjoy this printer. Computer. So printer, 40 column thermal printer, permanently copies whatever's on your screen, reproduces upper and lowercase letters and graphics. Prints up to 80 characters per second to be used with the Aquarius home computer system, Mattel Electronics. Now, I'm going to show you the back of the box. See how I talk about aesthetically pleasing? The printer butts up right nicely to the back of the Aquarius. Now, your problem is, that's where all the ports are, so you will never see, unless it's you get the right angle and you back up the printer a little bit, it's not going to snug up as a bug in a rug on the back because you've got all the cables plugging into the back there. But it does look kind of neat in this picture. And it says quietly and efficiently provides permanent hard copy. Now, I don't know about permanent. You know, thermal receipts. 5 years later when it's tax time, you can't see them. The numbers are all bladed out, or you need to return something and they're already faded out. You can't see anything. So it's not permanent, folks. Up to 40 columns in width, 80 characters per second, prints whatever's displayed on the screen, upper and lowercase letters, and graphics. To be used with your Aquarius home computer system, not included. And then they got a sticker over the box. It looks like there must have been some print on the back. I'm wondering if it said something like Radofin on the back or something, and Mattel said, oh no, we're putting Mattel back there. I don't know if that's the case, but because it does say Mattel, it has Radofin too. Mattel, 1983, in Hawthorne, California. Hong Kong, cable made in Taiwan. That's funny how they separate it like that. Manufactured by Radofin Electronics in the Far East. All rights reserved, so cool. That's the back of the box. Side of the box just basically has Aquarius printer. So, in the bottom of the box, same thing. So that is the box. I thought it would be fun to have these out today. I normally store them up top there when I'm not using them. So now we're gonna, I gotta show the printer, right? I'm not done yet. So, let's see. So, hardwired into the back is the power cable, but let's show you the front first. So, as I said, I have fed the paper through a long time ago. And the back of the printer says Aquarius model 4210 printer. So it's interesting that they just call this a printer, but not a 4210, but on the back there's an actual model classification. And the front of it is dusty. My eyes! Paper and power, and it just says printer, Aquarius printer, and there's just 2 buttons with a green LED. Again, it's got kind of a nice little contour design to it. The back is interesting, and it's the first time I've actually paid attention to the back. There is a 2-computer little port on the back, but then there's a switch button back there. I don't know if you can see it. And it says graphics, mixed, or text. Seems kind of funny. Now, I don't know if these modes were put in for a purpose. You would think it would just be always mixed, but maybe one uses or gets hotter and it takes more time or something. Maybe it's a time thing. If you got mixed, if it's all graphics, it's going to go slower and heat up more or less, and text is a little bit faster, maybe. I don't know. Interesting thing and little tidbit back there. And then here's the butt end, the bottom of the printer. So that's the printer. Let's show you the cable. And then we're going to turn off the recording here and connect it up, turn it on, and see what the heck happens. So here's the cable. One end is a single little, and this end is the one that showed on the back. There's two little holes on the back, and this is going to plug in. So that's the cable that came with it. It's relatively short. Let's see, is it a 3-footer? Yeah, something like that. 3 foot, little over 3 foot cable. So cool. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. We're going to connect everything up. I'm going to leave my Query Carton 32 memory in there because I remember, wasn't there a program the other day that I saw that said if you click this thing, it's going to just start printing. So make sure your printer's connected and turned on. Otherwise, things are going to lock up. So I think there's something on the cartridge I can print. So maybe I'll try to print from that first. And then we'll go into BASIC and try to write a program. I got to grab a cassette from down there. And we'll try saving something. And that's today's video. So hold tight, and we'll be right back at you with more Aquarius fun. All right. I have everything connected up, turned on. I've got my Aquarius card in there. I didn't say anything about printing, but I remembered it was in the little user guide that if you hit the letter P, it's going to print whatever's on your screen. I do have the printer connected. I do have it powered on. If I hit the paper button, it does spit out a little paper. So I'm going to hit the letter P. I have no idea if this will work or if you have to do something else to print it. But I guess let's try to print out this screen. I don't know. So let's go ahead and hit P and see what happens. No, that's going to space speller, so maybe you can't have that cartridge in here. I don't know. See, I'm already screwing up. I hit the letter P. Maybe you have to be in a game or something. Let's go ahead and load up Burger Time. So, obviously, step 1, I screwed up. I hit P and it didn't do anything. Let's go ahead and hit Burger Time. Now, again, I don't know if this will work. P. No, it's just playing the game. It is not working. Ooh, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recorder and try this again because there must be something else you have to do to print. It's not printing, folks. Maybe you have to hit some other key with P. Because if you just hit P, you're going to screw things up, right? All right, I've been scratching my head. So the booklet that I was in before just said you could hit P and it would print, but maybe I was misreading that. I looked through the user guide and the quick simplified instruction cards that I have for the Aquarius, and there's nothing in here about printing to the printer that I saw in a quick perusal. I went on to YouTube and typed in Aquarius printer, a couple of videos, and they didn't really show tight either, but one of them I think said the word L print. So before I Aquarians. Hello, Aquarius. I'm going to try running this, and it's supposed to print to the printer. If it doesn't, then I need to continue looking on or something's going on. So let's try run and see what happens. Oh! 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 Paper! 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 Oh, this is funky, but it printed. Hello, Aquarians. Hello, Aquarians. Hello, Aquarians. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it almost looks bluish color. Can you see that? Maybe I'll try to focus in here. I printed. So I've got to learn. Maybe you have to hit Control P. I don't know. But the booklet just said hit P from that cartridge and it's supposed to print. And I don't think it did. Well, it didn't. But it printed. So yeah, I said hello. I did an L print in a quick little program. And since this is my first program, I'm going to now try to save it. But that's the next step. Because I didn't read that far because I was stuck on this printer. But it does print. You want to see it again? Yeah, that was exciting, right? Run. Run. And maybe I'll zoom in closer so you can see it in all of its glory. Yeah, this is simple, but I don't know. It's pretty damn exciting to me. So I've got the word run down there. Let's pan in here, and I'm going to hit return. Return, 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 return. Oh, look at all that stuff. Hello, Aquarians. Cool. Hey, just me holding the camera here. What do I have on the screen? So I just played with my Aquarius card a little bit more. And I figured out if you hit 2, it brings up the little user manual for it. And that's when you can hit the letter P to print something. So I don't know if this is going to get it in there. There we go. That looks a little better. That is the little user booklet that is on the screen behind me. So that's why the P wasn't working before. So there you go. I was able to print. Yeah. All right. I quickly read the instructions in the book. I've got a brand new cassette tape. Let me go ahead and put the cassette tape in. I've created this wonderful application. Big stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and insert the cassette. Rewind. All right. So, it said on here to do Control C, or Control A actually, C save, and then give it a name. I'm going to put quotes, and I'm going to call it AQUAR, 1, 2, I, a query, and then end quote, and then hit return. Press return key to start. Press record first on this. So I'm going to, I believe you have to hit, it says press record, but you got to hit record and play. And then return. And it says okay now. Does it stop the cassette? No, it sounds like it's still playing. So I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to rewind it. Then there is a way to verify what you have on here, which was Control, let's see, Control Z, and then a question mark. Where the heck's the question mark? Oh no! Oh, there it is. Shift 0. And then this is going to verify what's in memory and what's on the cassette. So I've rewound it. Hit return. It says press play and then press. So I'm gonna. Or you're supposed to hit this on the keyboard first. So return, then play. I hear it playing, but it's doing nothing on here. Did I hit return? I know I did. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Or it's slow. Oh no! Did it not save? You know what? Maybe I wasn't at the beginning of... I was rewound, and you know how there's that blank tape at the beginning? That's probably it. I bet you anything that's it. It probably didn't really record. But you would think it would give you an error, right? Let me hit play for just a little bit. Yeah, it's still on the blank. Play. Now I've got some tape in there. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I need to reboot. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, I didn't even think to advance the tape enough to where you could record something. Then again, you know, I think this would pop up saying, no, you didn't see anything, but maybe the blank tape's throwing it off. So I'm going to go into Extended Basic G. Now I'm going to have to create my whole dang program again, but 10 space 4 space A equal 1, 2, 10, return, 20, print, I'm not going to do L print this time, print, space, quote, Aquarius this time, Aquarius. No, let's, there's no way to go back and just, or maybe you have to hold a key down. I'm going to go ahead and do an L print because this technically was my first program. L print. Oh geez. Oh God. L P-R-I-N-T. Oh, the wee blue keys. Oh, they're spongy. L print. A-Q-U-A-R-I-A-N-S. Quote, print, L print Aquarians. Return 30 space next. Oh geez, next, oh God, next space A. Return. Okay, run. The Happy to print. Okay, now we're going to try again. So, Control A, A-Q-U, I'm just going to name it Aqua. No, Aquari. Aquari, I like that. Aquari. See, okay. Return. Press record and play. Return. This is really quick. It gets right to it. It says okay. Stop. Rewind. Okay. Control Z. Quote. I wonder if we could just do quote, quote, but I'm going to, the book said type in the whole thing. Oh, I forgot the question mark. If you don't remember the question mark, it's going to just actually load it again. So, Shift, C load, A-Q-U-A-R-I, a query, quote, return, return on here, start, play. Now it's got to go through the blank tape a little bit and then get to it. Hopefully it does something this time. Spooky. The silence is spooky. Come on, play. Play. You know, I'm not hearing any audible stuff like the other thing. It's supposed to come up with the word okay. Or bad okay. Now you... Oh! It zapped the screen. Something going on. That was weird. Now, is it comparing? What's it do? Is it not working? Maybe C-load a quote, a question mark, a query doesn't work. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, but this doesn't seem to be working. So I may just try to load it. But it doesn't see, I mean, it did that blurplet. And it's still playing. It should have very well been there by now. Yeah, I don't think this is working. No. Crap. So I'm either doing something wrong, so let's go ahead and just do rewind. We're going to refresh this. We're going to reset so it's got a brand new program. Okay, so we're going to just do a C load this time. Control Z. Quote. A query. Oh, I'm starting to type fast on this keyboard. C load a query. Press play. Oh, no. You're supposed to hit the thing on the screen first. Hit return, then play. Now let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be sad. Because the C-load question mark sure didn't work. Or it was and it takes 5 hours. I don't know. Got something in my eye. Oh, this is not working. Going to have to probably tinker with it offline. And it is connected. I've got the right cable. Yeah, I don't think it's loading, folks. Bummer. I'm going to have to tinker with this some more. Definitely hit play. I hear it whirring. So something else is going on. So hold tight. I'm going to tinker with this a little bit longer. But it does not seem to be working at this point. Saving my creations. Damn it! Alright, interesting. So I tinkered a little bit more. First of all, I wasn't putting a space after the C load and then in quotes putting the game. It was just all one thing. But also when I did that, it still didn't work. I was running off of the extended basic on the cartridge. And I tried multiple times, unplugged the cable, plugged it back in, it still wouldn't work. Unplugged the cartridge, turned it on, went into regular basic that's on here, and then it worked. I don't know, I'll have to keep tinkering and put the cartridge back in and see, but it didn't work when I had the cartridge in, and now it is, so that's interesting. So I just did this, found a query, I had saved that game earlier, and I was watching the light. There is a blinking light, a red one on here that blinked data briefly, so I think it was working before. So let's list... And I just made a one-liner. Oh, L shit. How about L list? And there's the program. It was just a one-liner. So it worked. Very cool. Nice. You know, I'll have to put the cartridge back in and tinker. So, what did we do today? A lot of spinning wheels. That can happen when you're new to something. But I printed. I made a program and saved. I've got it working. Very cool. So far, everything's clicking and clanking. And now I can explore more. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoy this little jump down back in the 1980s. I was making my first program. I was saving it. I was printing out a letter to my teacher saying my dog chewed on my homework. Give me an extra day. It was awesome. So thanks for watching the video. More to come. What's next? I don't know. I've got a lot of Aquarius stuff that I need to start tinkering with. We'll explore the cartridge more, the Aquarius cart. There's more stuff on here. I already touched the waters before. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and rock on.